Welcome back to another episode of Paul Taylor and his Stormtrooper Collectibles. Today I'm going to do an overview video of my Stormtrooper helmet collection, give you some ideas of where I got them, the types of things that they're made out of, and some quick observations about quality and uses. Because I've had a huge demand for this video, somewhere between, well, 0 and no requests, I just had to relent and go ahead and get it out. Now, let's get into it, but before we do, I just want to give a quick shout out to two of my biggest fans, Reese and Nicholas. Hope you're watching and hope you enjoy. Now with that, let's take a look. Okay, just some quick background. First of all, I use Detolf shelves from IKEA. I have two of them, and as you can see, they're both filled. And then coincidentally, I have two more up top, the AT-AT driver and the TIE Pilot, which do not fit inside the Detolf shelf. So it's very convenient that there are two of exactly that same size, and then one up top. I'll start off with the TIE Pilot, and he was acquired from Anovos. They're an interesting company I've talked about in the past. If you buy something from them and it's on pre-order, you can forget about having it anytime soon. This took me a little over 2 years to get, and then when I move on to the next helmet, that took me a little over 2 years as well. This is made of a light ABS plastic. It is a beautiful, intricately detailed helmet, but in my opinion, it's it's not real durable. I wouldn't drop it. If you're gonna use it for costuming, I would be very careful if I were you. And overall, it's more of a display piece for me and will continue to stay so because I don't do any Star Wars costuming to speak of. Now, we'll move top to bottom. Over here is the helmet I just did the video on. This is the AT-AT driver helmet. This was also acquired from Anovos. This is also made of light ABS plastic. It's incredibly back heavy with those canisters on the back, as you can see. So I improvised and I used an old remote control from a TV I no longer have to prop it up so it would stay facing in the proper direction and you could get a good look at it. Also, as you'll see, most of my helmets I have styrofoam wig heads inside of. You can just see the bottom of it there to hold them up, because when I first started collecting these, I was not privy to the cool idea of using paper towel racks. So I have, I think, 1 or 2 helmets that are on paper towel racks now, but that's the AT-AT driver, and he came from Anovos as well. Once again, if it's not in stock, be patient with them because it takes them a while to get the stock to you if it's not already there. Now this one is made out of fiberglass. I did a video on this for an unboxing as well. This came from a company which unfortunately is no longer in business. They were called the Force Forum for a while, and then they turned into the Replica Prop Shop. And unbeknownst to me, there's an entire subculture of collectors and people who make these helmets, and as with any culture or subculture, there were politics and arguments and accusations flying around that I didn't really pay close attention to, but unfortunately these guys are not available anymore. This helmet is weathered, as you can see, and it's, as I mentioned, a heavy hard fiberglass. It did not come with anything inside like padding or a strap rig or whatever you want to call it, like they have inside construction helmets to wear. So if you decided to wear this one for costuming, which you could, you'd have to put some form of padding in it. Moving down, we have what is the Black Series Stormtrooper voice changing helmet. Now I realize that this, for a lot of you purists, is more of a toy than anything else. And as I mentioned, this one is on a paper towel rack because I learned that trick when this one came around. But I like this one immensely, and I do have a couple of Stormtrooper helmets, only one of which is on display, which is this one, because a couple of Christmases ago, the guys at work that I supervised got together and bought this for me. So it has some sentimental value. Plus, it's a good looking helmet, don't get me wrong. But I know that, like I said, because you can buy it in Toys R Us or something, it's probably not one for the purists. But it's a good sturdy plastic. It's a little heavier gauge than the Anovos helmets up top that I mentioned. And of course, it comes with the voice changer and the head rig so you could wear it. And of course, I put it on and wandered around the office and made a goof of myself the day they got it for me. And so it gets a place of honor in my collection in case. Down here, we have the Patrol Trooper helmet from Solo: A Star Wars Story. I just loved the look of this helmet. And even though he was on the screen for 0.3 microseconds, it was just a good looking helmet, and I loved the design and had to have it. And once again, when I saw the company Replica Prop Shop They had it and I ordered from them. It came quickly and it's really good, sturdy fiberglass, brilliantly done. I did an unboxing video on this one as well, if you want to check my channel. But that one you could also wear. You would need to put some sort of rigging or padding inside the helmet itself so that it would be comfortable. And way down here on the bottom is my EFX Scout Trooper helmet. And I love this one because it came with its own stand, as you can see underneath there, and it came with the little identification card that goes on it. It's a limited edition number, what does that say, 750 I think? Going blind in my old age. But anyway, so that one obviously you could wear as well. I did an unboxing video on this one and it was hilarious because I've got such a gargantuan head, this one doesn't even fit on my head. But theoretically you could wear it, and I know you can, because this is my buddy who is in the 501st Legion, which is a costuming group that does a lot of charity work in Southern California, and that's his trading card, which he was nice enough to send me. And so I include it in my display with my EFX Collectibles helmet because I thought it was kind of cool. So we'll move back up to the top, probably what I would jokingly refer to as one of my more controversial helmets. So this is the Anovos Stormtrooper Incinerator Stormtrooper helmet that is made out of ABS plastic as well. This plastic to me feels a little bit heavier gauge and a little bit sturdier than the AT-AT helmet and the TIE Fighter pilot helmet. And as you can see, prior to The Mandalorian coming out, this was an acceptable deco for Incinerator Troopers. It's kind of a burgundy-ish type color. There's some gaps in the color in front. And I got on a collecting forum that I'm a part of and said, hey, I'm excited that The Mandalorian has made my Incinerator Trooper helmet live action canon. And of course, there was a very robust discussion about the fact that the Incinerator Trooper in The Mandalorian does not look like this. He's got more of a red deco and the helmet looks different. And as I understand it, you can get one of those helmets from, what is it, the Black Series Hasbro Collectibles that comes with some pretty silly looking pre-weathering. But otherwise, this is the one I got. This is the one I like. There's some kind of small differences. As you can see, the grill is a little bit wider, the tooth grill. And then over here, it's got some separating from the earpieces and things like that. Overall, it's a good piece. Now moving down, we have my Shoretrooper helmet, which is the only other helmet I have that's been deliberately weathered, as you can see. This is once again propped up with a styrofoam wig head. This I got from Anovos, and funnily enough, funnily is not a word, but I like it anyway, this one is made out of really sturdy fiberglass. It's a heavy gauge helmet, and when it first came, it was the first one from Anovos that I thought, wow, this actually feels like a motorcycle helmet, because all the other ones I'd gotten from them came in an ABS plastic. But this helmet is just a thing of beauty. I mean, if you can see the detail, it's beautifully done, beautifully weathered. It's a great helmet. Once again, because the fiberglass helmets seem to come with no interior structure, you'd have to add some padding or a head rig so that you could wear this, but man, it's an awesome helmet. And it was also in stock at Anovos when I bought it, so it came pretty quickly. Moving down, this is also from Anovos. As you're seeing a theme here, this is my Death Trooper helmet, and this thing is awesome. This is also made of heavy duty fiberglass. The metal work on the front, right in here, is actually feels like real metal. I don't know if it isn't, but if it isn't, it's convincing. Feels like real metal. It is just a phenomenal helmet, as you can see. Nice, shiny, black, good quality. And once again, because it's that heavy duty fiberglass, you'd have to put some sort of padding or helmet rig inside to wear it for costuming. And then finally, we will finish up the Anovos theme here with the Anovos First Order Trooper helmet. And I'll tell you a little story. When I first was buying helmets, I was only going to get 4. And I was going to start with the first phase Clone Trooper and then just go all the way through the movies with the second phase Clone Trooper, the Star Wars Stormtrooper, and then the First Order Trooper helmet, and only have 4, and just do the chronological thing and then leave it at that. And then, like many other people who do this, I caught the bug and I kept buying them, and now I have over 2 cases full, and I never did get a first phase Clone Trooper. This one is a heavier gauge ABS plastic that came from Anovos. This one you could definitely wear for costuming. The detail on it is just beautiful and phenomenal. Everything is pristinely, and precisely cut, and it has a helmet rig inside so that you could wear it for costuming as well. So that is my overall collection. I wanted to make sure that I showed everybody, as I did promise myself, that I would do a follow-up video to my unboxing videos. So there you have it. Thanks for joining me today, and we will see what's up for the next video repertoire coming here in the near future. Take care.